on the St.Ives Lagoon this morning. Looks good. Got here about 8 o'clock. Seen loads of grebes up this end. It's only about 3 degrees this morning. Swim's a bit tight, so I'm just going to use 2 rods. I'm going to get a mackerel out first. I've caught a few from here before, so hopefully they're obliging today. Would be nice. Anyway, I'm going to get this mackerel rigged up. Wang that out. There's a grebe out there now, actually. Probably can't see that on the camera. But hopefully I can get it 40-50 yard out there. Hopefully there'll be a few fish around. It's nice and deep out here. It's a good sign the grebes are about. Probably means there's a few roach to eat about. Yeah. First of all I've got to do is clip this on, cast it out, and I'm fishing. Let's see how we get on. Just quickly show you the setup. It's pretty simple. Using 40-pound braid. I do like to use a 3-foot, 50-pound leg core leader. Just so that, again, it's a bit friendlier, rubbing on the flanks instead of the mainline braid. Just beefs up your end tackle. I'm actually using these little Corda, they're actually Corda marker links, but they've got a lovely ceramic run ring. They slide lovely, give a real nice free running movement when a pike picks it up. And then I've just got a big fox rubber bead, a quick change clip to my trace, and a rubber just pushed over it to make it neat. A sort of 60cm trace, 2 size 4 trebles on it. Beautiful. Whip that out there. Just pull it back slightly so my trace straightens out, so my bait's not laying over the leader. Regularly recast them throughout the day anyway, not going to leave it there. Probably no more than 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll be moving it, twitching it. I'm going to put a lamprey on this second rod. Lamprey's good because you can normally get it out a bit further, a bit more streamlined. You can wallop it out. No danger of it flying off the trebles. What is the time? It's about 8:30. So still plenty of time. Bite time this time of year, February, seems to be 9:30 to about 2 in the afternoon. Seems to be that's the hot times, school hours as I call it. Anyone who's watched any of my videos before know that I love wanging a lamprey out. Cut off a lamprey head section. That bit's got more blood in it at the tail. You do catch on the tails, but I always put the head on first, use the tails as a last resort when I'm getting low on bait. But lamprey is expensive, but it's great because you nearly always get it back after a take. Nearly always. It's rare that it's come off. And I catch so many on it. My dad and my brother still just refuse to use it. My dad says, it's because it's too horrible to have gone, because they are pretty disgusting. But I reckon they're just being tight, to be honest. Like, I need to get over it. Get their hands in the pockets. Get some lampers out there. Right, let's wang it out. Or flop out my lamprey, as I like to say. Got to be a pike or two hanging around this bay. It's got to be. That lamprey is well out there. It's probably about 60 yard out. Felt quite firm out there as well. Firm and smooth. Make sure I always pull back as soon as I feel it land, make sure I'm not stuck in all the crappy weed. I don't think there's much need to pop up a bait in here, but I might do it anyway on the mackerel when it falls out, bring it in, put a popper in it. I've got a third rod with me, but it can be more hassle, it's worth sometimes, especially if you get a half decent pike on. These swims are a little bit tight, you know, it's a mature gravel pit. It can make landing them difficult with an extra rod out there at times. I think I'll just stick with my 2 for now. Right, I think I'm going to get a kettle on. The lamprey's just pulled out the clip. Nothing on there. Maybe it was a liner. It's unusual to get a lamprey pull out the clip with nothing on the end. I gently pull back and there's nothing on there. Potentially a line bite, because there is some pretty big carp in here these days, and quite a lot of them too. At least some things are going on out there. I've come back with my carp tackle. Oh, my mackerel's away. Steaming off. Just dip that one out the way so it doesn't tangle up. That's half decent, isn't it? Oh, that's a good start. Nice fish. Well, that's a good start on the old mackerel tail. Looks like a nice double, safely in the net. I've only got one net, so because I'm on my own and I want to obviously film it, I'm just going to wind in the other rod. Be safer for the pike that way, and that way I can't get another run and get in a mess while I'm dealing with this one. It's easy enough to put out. Right, I'm just going to give it a 2-minute rest before I have a quick get it out to show you. I haven't weighed it yet. I've zeroed the sling and everything, so we're all ready to go. I've got no rods in, so I can safely get her out in a minute, give her a quick weigh and quick hold up to the camera and get her back safely. Might be slightly bigger than I first thought. Yeah, it's just over 18. Just over 18, I'll take that. Right, it's a little bit lively, so I'm going to be quick. See if we can have a quick look at her. Lovely fat one, feeding on all them roach out there. It's healthy as anything. Look at that. £18 of St.Ives Lagoon pike, mint condition, which is pretty testament to the lovely pit that they live in. Nice, clean, full of roach. Don't get better, really. Have a quick look at the other side. Oh, look at that. So fat. Absolutely gorgeous. Make sure she's nice and strong before we let her go. Look at that. Absolutely love piking. Look at that. Just hold her steady for a minute. Oh, there you go. Go back and finish off them roach. Come on, girl. I'm just going to hold on to her till she powers off. Go on. There she goes. Well, I cast out at 9. It didn't take long to get a bit of excitement. It's only out about 15 minutes. Nice Devon bait mackerel tail. Fresh as you like. Snaffled it out there. Anyway, I better get my rods out. Otherwise I ain't going to catch any more, am I? Snaggled in the trees. What am I doing? What a noddy. Get over here a bit, Michael. Get out there. Well, where there's one pike, there's normally others. Especially when they're fat like that. Probably likely that was a pike that picked up the lamprey and dropped it earlier. Possibly even the same fish. Slurped in the lamprey, thought, I don't fancy that today. I fancy a nice fishy mackerel. That lamprey's disgusting. Takes a little while for that braid to sink. Sort of semi-buoyant. So always wait a few seconds and tighten up again. So I'm dead tight to that 4-ounce lead. Get really good indication then. Instantly know if something's going on out there. Allows you to strike as soon as possible when you've got good indication. Pretty much avoids any debooking. Like the hooks in that one that I just had just fell out in the net. It was only hooked in the jaw. That's why I was quite keen to bundle it in the net, because I could see it was in danger of coming off. Sure I'm getting liners out there. Oh no, something here. I just saw that little tweak on the lamprey. Not sure it's a bite though, is it just liners? Well, it looks like a bite. Just grab my forceps and I'll hit that. I ain't even got the other rod in. Oh, it is another bite. It's quite... These trees go out a long way, so you don't want to give them too much. You need to get them in case they kite around the corner. That's why you've got to use strong gear. Oh. Come on. Oh, a lot of head shaking going on. Maybe it's a cormorant. Oh, come on. Oh, it's fighting a bit weird. Definitely feels like a net job, whatever it is. There's a pike, yeah. Have a fat one. What's going on there? Wrap around his snout. Another good fish. And got the other rod out. Or had a cup of tea yet. I haven't had a cup of tea yet. Don't know if it's the same fish or not. It's only lightly hooked. Try and get the hooks out 1 minute. It was easy to unhook. Not sure it ain't the same fish. Sort my life out and I'll have a look. Oh, I still haven't had a cup of tea. I've got 2 rods out. I'm not sure it's the same fish or not, so maybe slightly bigger. I'm gonna get my scales out. I'll have to have a look, and if it looks like the same fish, I'll just do a couple of quick match shots so I can have a look later. It does look bigger than the last one. I'm not sure, man. That says 17 and a half. So I'd assume, unless it's had a really big poo, that's a different fish. Just get my water. Just have a quick look. Yeah. Slightly shorter than the last one. Like a different fish. 17. Another good double. I ain't gonna grumble about that today. Just gonna show you the other side. Just in case by some weird reason it is the same fish. I'd like to have a quick look at them. This one's got a little mark on one side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a different fish now actually. Different shape to the other one. Not as long, it's more fat. It's unbelievable. That lamprey was out seconds. Ridiculous. Not even had a cup of tea. I'm absolutely parched. But an 18 and a 17. I ain't grumbling, to be honest. I'm out of breath. I must be getting old. Oh, let's get back. 1 all then. 1 on a lamp, 1 on a mackerel. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's get back. Go on. Oh, yeah. Winner, winner. Mackerel dinner. No, lamprey dinner. Winner, winner. Stinky lamprey dinner. Oh, I can't believe that. Still haven't got a mackerel out. Or a cup of tea. Right, I'm going to put this mackerel out again. I'm dying for a cup of tea. Just like I said, I got the lamprey back. Nearly always do, and it's still dripping with blood. Look at it, it's dripping off the rod rest. Drip, drip, drip. I'm going to flop it back out there. Flop it back out. Definitely don't want to be putting the 3rd rod out today. Can't cope with the 2 I got. pretty deep out there, I reckon. It's got to be 17, 18 foot. I did used to carp fish here years ago. About 20 years ago, in fact. It is a mega carp water now. A lot different to when I used to fish it. I'm actually going to get one of these mackerel on. Normally cut it off. That's what I call it on. A bit like that. Sort of just lock the heads off, fishing the tail section. So I'm going to do the same again. Whack it out a bit. Well, at least I've got 2 rods in now. See how that goes. Now it's definitely time for a brew. Oh, I finally get my cup of tea. Mackerel's away again. Lightly hooked. Grab my forceps. He's unhooked himself. Bonus. That's a little bit smaller, this one. I think just it unhooked as I sort of lifted the net around it. I was going to just chin it and let it go, but it was over the net, so I just lifted it as the hooks pulled. Let's have a quick look and let it go, I think. It's a nice pike again. It's probably a scraper double. There's no point messing about with it too much. Let that one go, shall we? On the mackerel again. All right, see you later, mate. Oh, I think I'll have to change the battery. Look at me hat poking up like an Audi. Well, I'll be happy to go home now, to be honest, after having 3 bites. But I still haven't actually drunk my cup of tea, so I'm going to go and do that first. Right, I'm going to move my lamprey rod a bit more to the left, give myself more space, cast the lamprey down the tree line a bit. It's gone a bit quieter now, after I just had that other one back. Can't complain though. Just noticed my mackerel that I just had that last fish on is dropped in the margin. Bonus. I can reuse that for sure. A mackerel will do another trip. Beautiful. Nice and sensitive. Wait for another one. Although, if I don't get any more, I ain't complaining. 3 bites is good in the morning. 4 bites. I think that first one I thought was a liner on the lamprey. I think that was just a drop take. Because it went again, didn't it, with that 17 on, so probably wasn't a liner the first time. I've had quite a few drop runs this winter, actually. It's unusual. Whee! Just gonna wash my mat because everything is so muddy, as everywhere is flooded this winter. Everywhere has been flooded so many times. Give it a quick clean, give it time to dry if I don't get any more. Well, it seems to have gone quiet after that mad spell this morning. I've actually managed to have 2 cups of tea now. I had a dropped run first on the lamprey, then had that 18 on a mackerel, then the 17 on a lamprey before I could even get the mackerel back out, and then another one on the mackerel, smaller one, which I just let go, didn't weigh it, it's for 10, 11 pound. Yeah, can't grumble. It's been a great morning. The grebes are still out there, but they've moved much further out, I notice. But yeah, they've definitely given the game away this morning. They were right in this bay, working the area. And the 2 big doubles, they're fat as anything. They've been gorging on roach out there, that's for sure. It's pretty cold as well. It shows they're still feeding. It's a deep bay, this bit of the lake. Yeah. It's quite noisy with the traffic, but it's still lovely sitting here. It don't really bother you. I think it's about 5 degrees now. That's the top temperature today. It's a southeasterly wind blowing, so it's got a little bit of a chill to it. And the air pressure's quite high. 102.4 today. It's not too high though. I don't like it when it's over 1030. Is just seems to be rubbish for dead baiting. Prefer it to be like 1018 to 120. That would be my perfect air pressure. That's just being fussy. As long as it isn't really, really high, I think you're good to go. Yeah, it's been good so far. Have the kettle on. What a great way to spend Valentine's Day with the love of your life. Pike. Cormorants are diving out there now. Not seeing them come up with anything yet, but they often swallow it before they even get up to the top. But they ain't out there for nothing. They're eating something out there. Travelling pretty light today. I have got a third rod with an alarm, but decided not to use it at the moment because it is a bit tight, like I said earlier. Yeah, got my rods. I managed to carry my gear around here for all the mud. It's not too far really. But yeah, you've got to travel light to be able to carry it, which I like to do. Got my lightweight chair, rucksack. I used to go down the route of having a flask with me, but got fed up of that. It's not the same as making a nice fresh cup of tea. I've even got my pan with me and a nice bit of homemade lasagna to eat for lunch. I'll probably eat that and then go home shortly after. Got my mat set out ready, which is always a good thing to do. With my essential tools. Side cutters, which are good in case a rare event of a deep hooking, or if you've got them sort of hooked in the scissors and they end up stuck in the net, you can snip your trebles. I've got split rings on my tray so I can change my trebles. A pair of pliers, I use my forceps most of the time, and some snips just in case I need to cut a trace or something to make unhooking easier. It's best to get it all out ready before you start fishing. I always do that. I've learnt the hard way years ago. Get it all out ready. That's it really. Always got my 42-inch net as well. Get a lot of people coming in the shop and they insist on going piking with little nets. And even though I say that pike, if you get a good one, it won't fit in there. They're no, I don't believe you. And then they come and buy a proper net eventually one day when they've again learnt the hard way. So yeah, 42-inch net minimum to do some proper pike fishing. That is all you need really. Nice and simple. Simple ledgering. It's enjoyable. Less kit I take, the more I seem to enjoy it. Lovely morning. Really is nice. It's just gone 11 o'clock now. Nothing's happened for about an hour or so, I reckon. I did say this morning I'm going to twitch them every half an hour, 40 minutes, which sometimes induces a bite, but I didn't even get a chance to do that because I couldn't keep a rod in the water. So I'm going to do that shortly. Have a wind in and recast, twitch them in. Sometimes can provoke an extra bonus fish or two. But yeah, really enjoyable morning. We are very privileged to be able to have this on our doorstep. The St.Ives Lakes Fishery. It's run and managed by Geordie House. It really has become a mecca for carp fishing. Yeah, very lucky to have it on our doorstep really. Really is nice down here. Certainly get spoilt. When you come from St. Ives, you don't really need to travel for your fishing. Not for anything. Big bream, big tench, carp, which it's most known for now. Loads of carp on the complex now, absolutely loads. Every lake down the complex has got big carp in it. And it's all 5 minutes from my house. Really ought to make the most of it really. Oh, speak of the devil, twitching one, I've got a bite. On the old Maccas again. I was on one out of the way. Must have induced a bite just because I'm thinking about twitching them. Doesn't feel very big, so I'm going to grab my forceps. I might be able to unhook it in the margins if I can get up the bank. Not that small, but it'll do. Come on. Easy to chin. Let them go. It's a bonus. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to fall in for the end of the day, I think. When you're not really looking at needing to net them or weigh them, it is easier and far kinder for the fish just to unhook them carefully and let them go again. It wasn't massive, 12 or 13 pounds, something like that. Just means I can get fishing quicker instead of getting in a mess. Another one to the mackerel. Cast the lamprey out. Threatened the pike with a recast and got another bite. Perhaps I should just be more patient. Oh, just unhooked that one, let it go. It's a lot easier to deal with like that. I wasn't interested in weighing it or anything. One of my trebles was knackered after I've had a few fish on it, so yeah. Because I said like earlier, they're on split rings, so I can change my trebles if I get one open out or go funny. So yeah, I just put a fresh, sharp treble on. See how it's quick change with my split ring pliers. So I can change it whenever I need to. Saves knackering up the whole trace. Thought I had a beat then, imagining things now. Yeah, put another mackerel tail on. Seems to get more runs today, but it could just be the position of the bait. Not necessarily the actual type of bait you're using, never know for sure. I'm going to persevere with a lamprey on one and a mackerel on the other. Right, let's swap it back out there. It does seem from the angle of the braid going out there that round to the right it's produced more bites, seems deeper. Not much, but the angle of the line is steeper, so it's definitely deeper, just sort of right-ish. The bites aren't really coming down the tree line, it's more out in the lake. Probably not got that much longer left of the session. Need to get back to the shop really. But as an angler, you just think, can I just get one more? Is there a bigger one out there? Maybe. Could be. You never know on these big gravel pits. I always like to think it's worth persevering. But I'm not going to complain about having an 18 and a 17 in the space of an hour this morning. a good result on any day. I think I'll stay long enough to eat my lasagna, then maybe go after that. Sounds like a plan. Well, it doesn't look like anything else is going to happen. It's slowed up massively from this morning. It's now gone 2 o'clock. I'm running late as usual. I said I'd fish till 2. And I think we've had most of the bites. The bites were instant this morning. Pretty much 9 o'clock cast out, and it was instant, that first one. So between 9 and 11 all the bites came. And even though the sun's poked out now, I've still had to put my jacket back on. It's a lot colder than it looks. But it's been a good day on a nice gravel pit. It's definitely the right choice to come down this deeper end of the pit. It is always one of the tricky things you've got to do on these bigger gravel pits, is actually find where the pike are. And this isn't a massive gravel pit. I'd say it's probably close to getting on for 30 acres or so. The old part of the lake was dug first down the other end. It's got more bars and features down there. But the deeper water, where I find most of the roach seem to hold up down here, and the grebes gave it away this morning, and the cormorants. They've been here for a few weeks now. It's like 17, 18 foot down this end of the pit. And there is some shallower water sort of round to my right, around the lawns, between the islands and stuff. But yeah, definitely the right decision coming down here. They're definitely out here. You wouldn't think it now though, with how quiet it is. But yeah, I'm going to get packed away now. The only thing I've got to do, a bit of a messy job, but I'm going to give them a load of freebies before I go. I've got a load of these mackerel heads, about a kilo's worth. I'm going to fire them out with my catapult when I leave. It's nice to give them something to eat, a free meal, when I've had a good day's fishing like that. Plus it may keep a few fish hanging around the area, because I think I'll probably come and have another go in a few days. They come in handy for pre-baiting as well. Not that I have pre-baited this swim, but you can do on some waters. Anyway, time to get on. Things to do. Catch you later. Bloody good session.